You know what I'm saying? This week done been one having. Man, it's been a week, man. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked in, man, this is episode 6, man, from my couch to your house, man. I'm Devin Sifford, man, and I'm back up in here, man. My bad. I've been off for a couple days, you know what I'm saying? Been trying to get back with it and do my review of this last playoff game from Wild Card Weekend, but man, it's been a struggle. But anyway, man, I'm back up in it, man. You know what I'm saying? TS, life goes on. You know, if it's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Life goes on, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can't get hung up on the bullshit for real. You know what I'm saying? Because the bullshit gonna come, but life goes on. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it pushing. Anyway, though, man, check game. So, the Vikings, that's the first one I ever got wrong since I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's the first pick I ever got wrong. You know what I'm saying? But since I've been doing my show, that's the first one I got wrong. The Vikings, the bad play from versus Detroit, it carried over versus LA. And let's just give the Rams they props. They played a great game, inspired by what's going on out there. They had to move the game to Arizona once again, and they played inspired football, 9 sacks. The Vikings lost an NFL record 82 yards on the 9 sacks. You know, looked like Sam Darnold blew the check. He was finna beat, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he might have got the 50 piece up out of him. You know, but now he done blew the check. Gonna come as a bargain, might still be a backup next season. You know what I'm saying? But still had a great season. But you know, you want to be playing your best football at this time of the year and not looking back at, you know, a win streak you had when, you know, they say the regular season don't matter, but clearly it matters because if you're not great in the regular season, you won't even make it to the postseason. So you got to be great in the regular season, but you just got to keep it going in the postseason, and you got to finish the job. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep getting better week by week. That's what's impressive about what Tom Brady and Bill Belichick was able to do. You know, sometimes the Patriots used to start slow, and then every week they used to get better and better and better and better and better. And then come playoff time, they playing their best football and they steamroll everybody and go win the Super Bowl. So, you know, that's what you want to be doing. You want to be looking at the mistakes that happen and make sure it don't happen again, because football, more than any other sport, it's not like basketball. Like some nights you could execute but your shot just off. You know what I'm saying? You could get everything you want but the shots don't fall in basketball. In baseball, you know, everybody could be doing what they supposed to be doing, but the pitcher just dealing and you can't hit him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can get a hit off of this guy. You know, and so more than any other sport, football is just about execution. If you execute the game plan correctly and the way that it's supposed to be done, you're going to be hard to stop. And if every week you look at your weaknesses and every week you're improving on your weaknesses, by the end of the season, y'all gonna be a complete team. Y'all gonna be hard to beat. You're not gonna be beating yourselves. You know, you're gonna be capitalizing on all the small mistakes your opponents make and stuff like that. And you know, it's the divisional round usually this is like the best football you will see all year. Uh, you know, they playing for the super high stakes. Everybody want to play in the championship games, and of course, everybody want to play in the Super Bowl. And so now you down to these 4 games that's gonna lead to the 2 games that's gonna lead to the big game. And so you got the final 8, and some great games kicking off. Tomorrow you got the Texans versus the Chiefs early, and then you got the Commanders versus the Lions late. So both the number 1 seeds playing tomorrow. Uh, I'm looking for Kansas City to come out on top. Of course, I think it'll be a close game, a little more high scoring than what they saying. I think both teams will put up some points. I think Kansas City, like the Patriots back in the day, I think coming towards the end of the season, they was playing some of their best football. They've been off for a few weeks now, though, because they had everything sold up so early. Uh, so, they basically been off for 3 weeks. So, they might come out a little rusty, but Mahomes playing playoff games at home, he's only lost 1 playoff game at home this whole entire time. So I look for them to have a great game, come out on top, close game, probably win by about 6. I think the point spread was like 8.5. I got them by like a touchdown, 27-21, 34-28, something like that. Like I said, I think it'll be like the over under was like 41.5. I think it'll be a little higher than that. Might be like 45. You know what I'm saying? Where they be like 27-20, 28-21, 28-20, something like that. But I think the Texans will play well. I think, I look at C.J. Stroud as a young player that's greedy. He done accomplished a lot, but I feel like he understands that winning playoff games in his first 2 seasons isn't going to the AFC Championship game or winning the Super Bowl. And any great quarterback, that's what you got to do to really etch your name in the stone. So I look for him to play like he's hungry tomorrow and not make mistakes. And I think he'll surprise a lot of people, but he going up against the best. And I know Patrick Mahomes, he trying to make history. You know what I'm saying? So I expect for them to come out on top. And then the late game, Detroit versus Washington. I think Washington gonna come out, because Detroit coming in, they got a lot of injuries and stuff like that. So I expect Washington to come out and jump on Detroit a little bit. But I expect for Detroit not to panic. I expect them to stick to their game plan that worked for them, and I expect for them to wear Washington down as the game goes on, and I expect for Detroit to come out on top and win by 2 scores. Like I expect it to be a high scoring game, so I expect Detroit to win like 41-28, something like that. 41-27, 38-27, something like that. I expect a lot of points to be put on the board. Like I said, I expect Washington to come out there and jump on them, be ahead like 21-13 at halftime, something like that, 21-10, maybe 24-10 at halftime. But I expect for Detroit to walk them down and put them away late in the game, and defense make big plays in the second half, and you know Aaron Glenn to make adjustments at halftime and slow Jaden Daniels down a little bit, and for them to take off and get the win. And them my picks for the for the games tomorrow. I'll be back. I'll get with y'all again tomorrow night after those games. Run my spiel, give y'all my predictions for the games on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's good to get back to it and get through it. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's all you can do, man. Get to it to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is shake out the way it's supposed to, man. This your boy Devin Sifford. This from my couch, your house. I'm up and I'm out. Holla at y'all.